Today we're doing part 2 of Retired Colors from Crayola, and these are still true Crayola colors that were retired. There's a difference between true Crayola colors and just colored names, and later in this year we'll do all the colored names that were retired, and I have a sheet that you guys can download that has all of the retired colors, both true and not, and I will leave those links below so you guys can get those. I'm Jenny from Jenny's Crayon Collection. I hope you guys find the coolest art supplies for whatever project you're doing, and today we're going over one of my favorite things, retired crayons. This is kind of what got me into collecting, and now I just like to review art supplies in general that come out so you guys get to know what's happening. But I feel like it's very important that we recognize our history too, and that's why I like going over some of these other products that are older. Today I'm especially grateful for Alan. I was able to purchase these 2 boxes of Munsell crayons from him. I was just like a kid in a candy store when I got them in the mail. They made me so happy. There are 22 colors in here. 21 of them are ones that I didn't have before. The black, it doesn't say maximum black, so I don't know where to find the maximum black. It could be that it was renamed maximum black later, and this is the maximum black that's in this box. The only way to compare is to compare those other 2 later. How did this box come to be? Well, in 1926, and I will have to thank Ed Walter for getting all this information so that we can have it and we can know all these dates. He has a great website, crayoncollecting.com, and we talk often, and he has some really good resources on there for all you collectors out there. And he's part of our Facebook group also, that for crayon collectors, as many of these people are, and it's a fun community part of. If you haven't found it, find it there, and I'll leave a link below for that. He put in all this information. So in 1926, Crayola acquired the Munsell Crayon color line, and what did they do with it? They used it for a while, and then they stopped using those crayons. I wonder how our crayon box would look different if they had kept going with the Munsell color line. In the Munsell color line, they had maximum and middle. The middle ones are a little bit gray or browner, and then the maximums are almost like true colors, but I found that like the blue was more blue-green and the purple blue was more purple. They didn't call it violet. They didn't use violet. They didn't use orange. So it was very interesting to look at all these crayons and notice that and be like, oh, that's interesting that they didn't do that here. In these boxes, they both open up. So there are 2 boxes, and they both came out in 1926, which I find very interesting. One is called Munsell Crayola, and then the other one is Munsell Perma. And they're both made by Benny and Smith, and they both have the same colors on it. The Munsell Crayola is the 22M box, and then the Munsell Perma is the 220M box. And they have the same colors. They have the interior of the box is the same. We have the same under the lid. They have how to sort your crayons, which I thought was very interesting. Crayola doesn't do that anymore. They don't say, this is how you should sort your crayons, but they had how you should sort them. And so I've sorted them accordingly because I want to make sure I'm accurate. Because if they've put this out there, I want to make sure that I have them sorted that way, and they look very pretty. You can easily tell which ones are the maximum and which ones are the middle. On Ed's website, he says that only 6 are known. That was probably about 10, 20 years ago that he put this information together. There could be more boxes out there. There could be less. If you find these boxes, they're extremely rare. The crayon names came in other boxes, so if you're lucky, you could have gotten it in another box, but who knows? These crayons are probably some of the rarest besides Gamboge Yellow from Crayola and some of their earlier ones. They were really hard for me to find, and only because Alan had them and I knew he might have them was I able to find them. Good luck. If you really want these, search eBay. Also Etsy. I saw some people had listed them on Etsy, so if you find them, you can find them on Etsy. Let's get started on these swatches and filling in the rest of the chart. This is the Munsell color line. There are some subtle differences in these boxes. So you'll notice this one says 220M, this one says 22M, this one says Munsell Perma pressed crayon, this one says Munsell Crayola. Patents, copyrights. This was Crayola's attempt to bring in some nicer crayons to their line. We'll look at the back of this one. You see that there's nothing really on the back. So it opens like this, unlike their tuck boxes. And here it says, users of this box are advised to arrange the crayons in Munsell order. We have red, yellow, green, yellow, green, blue, green. You have all your maximums here and all your middle ones here, and then your blacks. This is if you were having a circle, these would be the outside rim and these would be the inside rim because they're middle. And we have the color groups on here. Purple, blue, 4 out of 10, and then we have a 5 out of 5, which I don't exactly know what that would be. And these are the beautiful crayons. Look at those. They are arranged like they said they should be on the back. These are your more vibrant colors. These are your ones that are grayer. We should arrange all colors like that. This is the other box. It has the same information on the back. These are missing a few crayons. They also look like they've oxidized a bit more than these ones. Here is our color chart so far of retired colors. What we are going to do is we are going to be able to fill in probably like 20 of these, which I'm super excited for because they weren't here before. And I'm going to thank Alan and John Korb for most of these crayons came from those two people, and I'm very grateful that I could get these crayons so I could show you guys what the retired colors from Crayola are. Today I'm going to attempt to do this at an angle for you guys. So hopefully this helps. You guys will be able to see me coloring, because I've noticed sometimes when I color, you can only see my thumb. So I'm hoping this will be able to help you guys see. Let's start with maximum red, since that's the first one. So we come over to our chart. It's at the very, very bottom here. This is the first time these have been used in a long time. So what I'm doing so I don't break these is I'm going over very lightly. And that's what we're going to do. Just going to have lots and lots of layers here. There's no way I'm sharpening this to make them nicer. Do you guys like this better so you can see it, the angle? I was noticing that it was like focusing weird too. Okay, so now we're starting to get into really getting the tooth of this crayon. Okay, I might actually use the other box because they're less flaky. We might get a better representation of what the color was back in the day. So this is looking like an orangey red. Really able to layer this down here. Look how vibrant that color is. I love it. Right. Next one we are going to use, I have to turn it this way. Maximum Yellow Red. Have you guys ever heard of yellow red? Now you get to see it, right? I got 2 boxes of these just in case. Very pretty. Our next one is going to be Maximum Yellow, which is up here. So we got our base layer down here. And we'll just keep putting pigment down. And like I said, you can just put this pigment down. You don't have to press super hard. This box of crayons is super rare. If you ever find it anywhere, pick it up. These colors, they come in other boxes too. These were some of the first boxes they came in. But when I was going through and figuring out which colors I didn't have, I definitely need that box. So that's Maximum Yellow. Very different from like light yellow. I don't have regular yellow up, but that is a pretty color right there. So I wonder why they jumped from red to yellow. That's very interesting. And Maximum Yellow Red, oh, it's just orange. I was like, where's their orange? Oh, you know, that's what it is. So they didn't really jump. They just didn't call orange orange. Okay, Maximum Green Yellow. Green Yellow. I am so excited that we're being able to fill this chart in. If you hear that, that's the wind. It's a little windy outside today. So getting our base layer in. I like to do it in a circular motion. I really feel like this is helping. Do you guys like this better, where it's at an angle? I wanted you guys to see more of the crayon than of my hand. I was like kind of annoyed. I'd like be editing this stuff and I'm like, why is it just my finger? So we don't know the formula, how these were different from the other. We know that they are different colors than the colors at the time. Trying to get all the white spots. This is like my dream come true right here, guys, to be able to do this. It is amazing. I know you guys wanted it too. I remember you guys saying that. So we can do some other retired ones. This is part 2. These are the actual like retired colors. I have a part 1 where I've done the rest of this chart. I was waiting to get this box. So our maximum green in this box is very dull. Let's see. Oh, and I didn't show you. So this is what it looks like. Maximum green. Munsell Crayola, made by, and these ones are slightly different. It says Munsell Perma. Very interesting, right? Maximum green right here. Making do with what we have. So there is a little bit of a tip right there. Oh, you need to be able to see it. Look at how light it is. And then once we get into our pigment, you can see how it really picks up on the page. This is actually not as green as I would imagine it to be, but we'll see. Maybe it'll get greener as it goes. Okay, it's picking up more pigment, but it's not super saturated. It's very hard to see. Oh. Did get more saturated. Here you can see it kind of even burnished a little. I would switch these two. It's interesting, this one's called medium green, but it's a lot darker than our maximum green right there. Maximum blue green is next. It's up here. Oh, this one's definitely more green than blue. It's much nicer to color with than the other one where it was like a stick. Just being patient, trying to get these layers on. Try not to press too hard because I don't want the crayons to break. Getting more pigment out. It just takes time. This is like a forest green almost, I feel like. So where, it's like where, I probably would have put this more here. But we never know unless we get them out, right? I didn't even have them before. And I really need to redo my 120 on paper like this. It has a tooth. That's why we're getting so much pigment out. Next we are onto maximum blue. It says very top right here. Otherwise, as I have learned, I basically need to redo all my swatch charts. I should do them as lives or something so you guys can color along. This one feels, how is it different? This is teal blue. This one feels more green to me. It's very pretty once you get into it. I'm trying to get it in all the little corners of the paper. That's how we know that 100% of the color's on there. Let's get a little bit more in these little areas. Some maximum blue right there. Very, very pretty. These are all our maximum colors. Then we have maximum purple blue, which will be interesting. I have it down here. Huh. Maximum. Why did I put a maximum down there? It definitely is blue. I feel like this is more blue than maximum blue is. So is our view of blue off, or is this off? I don't know. Start to get into, this is called like burnishing almost with a crayon. I did a video on blending, and I actually want to try some blending methods with crayons. I think that'd be cool. Someone did ask me to do some blending with crayons, so that might be a video we try. Okay, starting to see the full color on here. These crayons seem to be holding up very, very well. I'm very happy about that. Okay, we got maximum purple next. It's up here. Let's see how purple it looks. Ooh, it looks kind of plum to me. So look at how different maximum purple blue is from maximum purple. Just lightly pressing. It's like my crayon is barely touching. I actually play the violin too, so it'd be like my bow is just coming off the string. And I'm not going to do background music for you too with my violin, sorry. That'd be cool. Someone did that. I'm sure people do. Alright. Maximum purple. And then this is going to be the last of our maximums. Maximum red purples. Basically, okay. This one is loose. Can you see that right here? Oh, the whole crayon is loose. It's not from the wrapper. We should be okay then. Alright, so with this one, since the crayon is loose, I am going to just be very careful. My wrapper wants to slip down. I feel like it's hard to get a grip on this one. Oh, I do have it in the other one. But look at how different those tips are. That is so interesting. I wonder if they're going to give the same color. It looks like it is. It might be lighter. I'm gonna keep going with this one. That is so interesting. I haven't seen that. And the wrapper is the same, but it's different than the purples. You know what I'm gonna do? Just so I can get a better grip, I'll put the wrapper back on. I'll be very careful with it. I feel like that other one is just too different. So again, just lightly pressing, barely holding on. So it's like a bow in the violin if you play. Looks like I have some of that other one behind it. That is very interesting. I mean, the wrapper could not be the actual wrapper, or it could just be that different. The batches could be off. I don't know. Starting to get into the burnishing up here. Again, just by lightly pressing, it just builds up over time. If you see how much different it can be, I'm going to put my Maximum Red Purple sleeve back on. That one came off very easily, so I'm not exactly sure. I should do a case study and see what color this lays down, because it does say Maximum Red Purple. Very, very interesting. Now we go to our middle red. This wrapper is not loose. Kind of frustrating at this point. I just want to press down super hard. Like, you know what? Just give it time. These crayons are very fragile. I don't want to break them at all. And pressing hard at this point, very tempting, but not going to help. Just getting more pigment down is what's going to help. This is almost like a so at this point, just trying to move the pigment around a little bit, still pressing very softly. Okay. Trying to get like the corner in there. Fill this in a little bit more. So it's a very brown color. Very, very interesting. So middle yellow red, which is again orange. This one is again another, it's hard to get this, another brown. Now we have middle yellow. Comparison between these and the older ones, he seems to be a little bit more harder to put down. I wonder if they have less wax. I did oil versus wax pencil. I don't know if they have oil in them, but it could be a combination. Who knows? They definitely don't flake that much, which is really super nice. This one's, again, kind of like a brown. It's going down kind of fast, which is nice. Our next one is middle green yellow. Okay. I really wish I had this compost yellow. Maybe one day I will have a quest to finish this chart. And Crayola might decide to retire some more. Who knows? That one's very pretty. Now we have middle green right here. Let's see how this one turns out. Just trying to get our pigment down now. That one's very pretty too. Middle blue is up here. Just get our outline in. Okay, there we go. That's our middle blue. Our middle purple blue is very interesting. So let's see if we have it in the other one. We do. Let's see if they look the same. That was so weird. These do look the same. I wonder what happened with those other two. Little purple blue down here. It does not look purple at all. These two, the maximum purple blue and the middle purple blue, definitely look more bluish than purplish to me. So I'm wondering, it seems like this is having a harder time putting down pigment. I wonder if it is because of the oxidation. It's laying down slowly but surely. Very pretty. Our next one is going to be middle purple. It's right here. Oh boy. It's a very grayish purple. It probably should be up here. I don't know. I put blue. Oh, I put all the grays right up here. Let's see. Why did I put all the grays there? They're coming down very nicely on here. Our next one is middle red purple. This is actually our last one because the last two that I have in here are black and gray, and those are not retired colors. Let's see, middle red purple. I do have a middle gray. It was in the other box. That's why I'm glad I got both boxes, because the middle gray is in there. And you know what they did? They changed it to gray, and it looks, well, obviously it looks darker, but I don't know if it looks, because of the oxidation, but if you look at this part, it might not be darker. So it could be the same color. They just rebranded it gray because that's how we spell gray in the United States. That was their market that they were trying to market to at the time. So we do have, we still have one more left because we do have our middle gray. Which I am glad I got both boxes because then I have middle gray. I don't have maximum black though. Very pretty. These are all, I feel like the middle colors are all very earthy colors. This box actually says middle gray because it has this little thing that says middle gray. So I don't know exactly what that means there. All right, let's get to our middle gray and then we'll be done with these ones. It's got like a reddish gray undertone there. I feel like they are a lot more chalkier. These are older ones, so I don't know if they changed the formula in between. But once it goes down, it seems to be kind of quick. Here is our chart, round 2 of it. We are missing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. And they're mostly from like this 1910, 1917. I do have this color, pink beige, that's just flesh, so I could put it down. Other than that, they're mostly celestial yellow and Cambogia yellow are from later. But other than that, those are the ones I'm missing. I hope to have them someday. We'll see. But I feel like these colors were super pretty. They went down super well. I feel like this whole chart is really pretty. And then these ones are definitely browns. And we have this one kind of looks brown too. Maybe a little olive right there. It's our middle purple up here. I feel like they were a super good addition to this chart. Sad again that they left, but maybe one day they can, you know, incorporate some of these colors again. What do you guys think? Which one was your favorite? Do you like this box? I really do. And I hope you guys have a great day and we'll see you in the next video.